Maybe the damn thing will work better than it did last time. Everybody told me it was cutting out and kinds of bullshit. Notifying, what you know. Yeah. Just talking about another atrocity. Another atrocity of the state of California. Those people out there never cease to amaze me. Never cease to amaze me how damn stupid they are. They're getting up there. Trust me, they are. What's up? What's up? Well, I want to tell you, I'm going to talk about the latest bullshit from the state of California. And I say it's bullshit because I'm a ham radio operator. Well, guys, basically, the state of California says no to ham radio emergency services. They think ham radio is irrelevant. They don't think ham radio is needed anymore with the modern communication, technological advances and shit that they got. It's all acceptable to fire. Guys, you can't make this shit up. I just read an article. I just watched a YouTube video a while ago. I just watched a YouTube video a while ago. Guy reading off a letter from one of those nameless, faceless bureaucrats in the state of California that thanked them for their services in the past. But the state of California would no longer be funding ham radio. Uh, those dumbasses don't fund ham radio. Ham radio is not funded by the state. It's not funded by the government. It's individuals that funds ham radio. Okay. Once you got your amateur radio relay league, the ARRL, and I used to be emergency coordinator for Scott County through the ARRL. I worked with the sheriff's department, search and rescue, so forth, so on. Guys, I know the importance of ham radio. Have y'all not noticed my cell towers and shit has been down for the last couple of days, off and on, off and on? I've seen a post where fiber optic cable got cut in town today. And then your damn cell phone and the internet don't work. Well, you always got ham radio as backup. Right now, if we had some kind of emergency, the phone lines was down, I can contact the sheriff's department on my ham radio to get help for whatever reason. Okay, guys? I can because they left their analog system up just for that reason as a backup because the digital don't always work also great, guys. Called AWIN. Like I said, these people out there in the state of California, I mean, guys, if I didn't know better, I would say that those people out there in the state of California are doing everything possible they can do to destroy the state of California. I mean, they just can't be that damn stupid. Okay, you just really can't. I mean, you can palm a little bit off of it, a little bit of it off on ignorance, but this is starting to take a whole new life. I mean, really. Okay, let me explain something to you about ham radio or the technologically advanced communication system the state of California has, one happens to it during a fire, it goes the hell out. That's exactly what happens. When a fire gets to a cell phone tower, it goes out. When fire gets to fiber optics lines that's overhead, which there's quite a few of them, they burn up. Then nobody's got cell phone, nobody's got internet, nobody's got any damn way to communicate, none whatsoever. Ham radio is the best backup ever known to man. I, like me here, I can communicate with Fort Smith. I can communicate with Mena. I can communicate with Danville. I can communicate with Oklahoma. I don't need nothing else but just my damn radio equipment. And you know what? They've got VHF, UHF repeaters up that covers a big, broad area. Okay. And even if it gets burned up, you've got radio to radio communications. Like I said, the state of California does not fund that to begin with. Individuals in the area, ham radio operators, funds that shit on their own. And they're just trying to help out, just like the Paradise Fire that they had out there. It burned up the towers, burned up the fiber optic lines. People didn't even know that fire was even coming to them. Okay? They didn't even know the fire was coming. See that? It's battery powered. Check that battery on the bottom. It was a little better case than that. But, well, made in China. And I had to hillbilly ties it. See, right here, there's no weather radio I'm listening to right now. And I leave this little ham radio. Now, this is not my big one, but I leave this little ham radio set right here on the counter. Mostly, I just listen to no weather radio on it because I bought it using a vehicle during events and stuff. Okay, yeah, it works pretty well. And then even with that little antenna on it, the power it has, it'll communicate from here to town, which is about 5, 6 miles. Okay. It's a fail-safe communication. I can take this radio right here and carry it in my hand, and I can walk around and I can talk either on a repeater or from radio to radio, coordinating and reporting on fire, the destruction of a tornado, what the hell ever. Okay. Yeah, I can walk around here, this is my hand, and talk. Just fine. This radio put out 25 watts. Like I said, it'll talk about 5 or 6 miles with that little dinky, shitty ass antenna on it. Guys, sometimes that's all it takes. If you've got a person that's got a bigger antenna system, hell, you may be able to talk 25 miles to them. And you can coordinate emergency efforts. But apparently, the state of California says that's not needed because everybody has a cell phone. Everybody has internet now. Until the damn phone lines burn up or the damn cell tower burns up. Yeah. Ham radio has always been a fail-safe for America since the invention of ham radio. You know? Hello, Steve. So these dipshits out there in the state of California, they really lost their marbles. Matter of fact, they wrote a letter to this one county, and this one county says, y'all don't fund us. We just house some of our equipment in y'all's storage building. It don't cost a dime. Y'all not funding us. Matter of fact, the lawyer wrote a 14-page response to it. Well, I'll tell you something right now. I just seen an article just a few minutes ago where poll numbers are rising on Gavin Newsom's unpopularity. That's right. Oh, Gavin, he just ain't that damn popular as he thinks he is out there in the state of California. You know, the state of California did recall Gray Davis. Apparently, Gavin Newsom don't think the state of California will recall his ass. Well, one petition drive to Aaron Cruz already got the first step over with 154,000 signatures. So now they're going on to almost close to 1.5 million signatures to impeach his sorry ass. I mean, come on, guys. Look at California, man. They build a train to nowhere. People shits on the streets. That tells you the intelligence level of the government out there in the state of California. I mean, honestly, it really does. Yeah, they can't stand him. Even a lot of moderate liberals is wanting his ass gone. Oh, yeah, they're sneaking around signing the petitions too. It's not Trump supporters. They want his ass gone. Even he's too radical for the radicals. That's something to say something about right there. You know? Well, I hope they get his ass recalled. I do, because he is destroying the state of California. Connie, they need close to 1.5 million. And there's two different petition drives going on in the state of California right now. Now, they can't combine the two, but there is two. Actually, I think one should kind of forfeit the first one that was filed and fall in line and help them. That way, they for sure get the close to the 1.5 million signatures to recall it. Well, guys, I'm glad I don't live in the state of California. I really do. You know, I'm glad that people are pulling together to get his ass recalled out there. I really am. It needs to be done. Well, yeah, that's right, Caroline. He is robbing people. I mean, he's giving adult illegal immigrants uh, free health care. If I, like I said, guys, you know, it's hard for me to believe. It's hard for me to believe that anybody would want to destroy a state, run it into the damn ground and break it off. It's hard for me to wrap my mind around somebody wanting to absolutely destroy the entire state. But how else can you explain what these assholes are doing out there? I ain't got no answers other than they're trying to run that state in the damn ground. Why, I do not know exactly. But you can't do the shit that they're doing out there with not, or well, with not having the intent on doing damage to the state itself. Pierce McStabby says California is against prepping for some reason. Anything that can help you prep is illegal. Things like guns, radio, food storage, and knowing who the invaders are, all illegal. It's like they're planning. Well, Pierce, I can't say you're wrong, dude. I can't say you're wrong. I mean, how in the hell can you explain this shit that's going on out there and that not cross your mind? And guys, I know we're all patriotic Americans. It's hard for us to think that some of our elected officials would just like to destroy. What we have. But, at this point with some of these jokers, how can you deny it? I mean, really, how can you deny it? Well, Charlie, you're right. He is Nancy's nephew. Bird of a feather. Well, MMG 2007 subversives tear down, destroy in order to build back up socialist agenda for the state. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're correct because that's kind of what it looks like to me, guys. I mean, honestly, just like this, you know, this country's in a bad shape. I think everybody knows this country's in a bad shape. I think we can all agree to that. Socially, economically, and even in the government. The governments can't get along. You got state government fighting federal government, city government fighting state government, and fighting federal government. All the government factions are fighting. That's not a good sign, you know. It's not. It's totally not. Oh yeah, we went to hell morally, do we? I mean, which if y'all listened to my video earlier when I told about the FBI come visit, I told you what was going on. They've got to break down capitalism. They've got to break down this country as it is, just like MG 2007 said, to build it back up under a socialist state. You just see California further progress than the rest of the country. I'm a firm believer, and that's probably what they're trying to do. I mean, guys used to, socialists had to go hide. Socialist was not very well thought of in this country. Y'all remember those days? And communists. Now they're operating out in the open. Now you've got presidential candidates that are claiming they are Democrat socialists. What does that tell you? Matter of fact, Bernie Sanders is a Democrat socialist with heart problems. Maybe we should send him to Canada to get free health care. Oh, shit. Who knows? Guys, it's looking pretty grim. It is. It's looking pretty grim for the future of this country if something don't give. I mean, you got the ones wanting to keep the country intact the way it is, like me. You got the ones that's wanting to change the country into some kind of socialist utopia, like the left. Well, I'm going to stand beside keeping it the way it is. That's the side I choose. Because I done seen the history of socialism and communism. And I've done a little bit more reading on this stuff, apparently, than some of those little shitbirds that they're college brats that's out here protesting, wanting communism and socialism and flying a hammer and sickle flag and the Chinese star and all that other shit. Apparently, those assholes really don't understand exactly how socialism has worked or communism has worked in China. Maybe they need to take a trip over to China, go into one of those factories like the iPhone factory that Joy was telling me about when they nod off or whatever they're building them phones. Boss walks by with damn cattle prod and just sticks it to them. And they even got a suicide net on the outside of the damn factory. That way, when they climb to the top, they get away from the boss. They climb to the top, gonna jump off and kill themselves. They get caught by the suicide net, put back to work. I mean, think about it, guys. Maybe some of these college kids needs to be sent over there to the iPhone factory. Then they would, probably appreciate the type of government we have here now, and the kind of economy we have here now. I mean, honestly. Well, guys, like I said, I don't know what's going to happen if they impeach Trump. I don't think it'll actually be a civil war, but I do think there's going to be a lot of civil unrest. I mean, like I said, I don't think there's going to be a full out civil war, but I do believe that there's going to be some major civil unrest. And I really don't think it's the right that's really going to initiate the civil unrest. Yeah, you're going to have some right wingers pissed off, but just like I told the FBI, most people are shit talkers nowadays. They just talk shit. They're not going to do nothing. They're just going to talk shit on the internet. But the left don't talk shit on the internet. They actually do what they say they're going to do. And those will be the ones that initiates the civil unrest. They're the ones that initiated all this other bullshit. And yes, I think it will get bad in the cities, just like I told the FBI. I think they will tear shit up, burn shit, drag people out of their car, beat the shit out of them, so forth and so on, just like they have before. It'll just be on a grander scale. And just like I told the FBI, y'all guys are not going to be in plain clothes when that shit takes place. More likely, they're going to be suited up in riot gear when that shit takes place. Because those politicians in Washington, D.C., is basically throwing law enforcement to the wolves. I mean, look at Bill de Blasio. Look at what these assholes are doing to the cops in California. And they're turning, these politicians are turning this 15% of the radical left wing on law enforcement, especially Border Patrol and ICE agents, more so than the rest. So I told the guys the truth, exactly what I thought was going to happen. But I don't think that the right's going to initiate anything. They won't have to. It'll be the damn left that does it. It's always the left. They initiate all the shit. Every damn time. You know, I've been to 78 events across America. 78. None of my guys that are in the highwaymen has been arrested that I'm aware of at any of these events. A lot of these events has got pretty damn violent. Some of them will go down in history. None of the highwaymen went to jail, and I'm not. I mean, yeah, maybe one or two on the right goes to jail here and there, but the biggest majority of the time, there's always three or four of the left goes to jail. Every damn event. Every damn event. They come out mashed up, just waiting to strike. And they'll be the one, if anything gets kicked off, they'll be the one to do it. Yeah, I know, Nadine. Yeah, they said 250,000. You got to say the word illegal alien derogatory in a derogatory manner, and you've got to be, I guess, a county official or a city official, something like that. I mean, so like I said, guys, and even that's pretty stupid. I mean, when it comes right down to it, it is. But no, I really don't think there'll be a full blown civil war. It's like I've told you guys. It's like I told the FBI. You gotta have enough people willing to fight to have a civil war. When you ain't got enough people willing to fight, you have civil unrest. It'll be a ramped up civil unrest. Because there's a lot of things got to happen to have a full blown civil war. For one thing, the government's got to completely divide. You got to have a division in the military. There's a lot of things you got to have a civil war that you don't have civil unrest. I don't think all the division in the military and government and even the agencies, even like the FBI, they're gonna have to pick a side, which side they're gonna play on. Even the state troopers and whatever, which side are we gonna back? You know, which side are we gonna be a part of? Here you've got government officials. Here you got government officials. And which side are you gonna play on? That's the reason if something like that happened, law enforcement's going to have a really hard choice to make. Which side are they going to back of a civil war? Which side's going to be the righteous side? You know, back during 1861, and a lot of people had to make that choice themselves, whether back to north or back to south that lived right there on the line. Military officials had to figure out, are we going to support the Confederacy or are we going to support the Union? That would be a hard decision to make if this ever did get that far. He'll be on their pension side. Well, you may have a point there, Dewey. You know, you may have a point. Well, actually, guys, the Confederacy side will not be the Confederacy side of old. The Confederacy side, as it stands right now, would be the Union. It would be the president on down that stood with the president. The actual Confederate side would be the socialists, if it was to separate right now. It would be pretty much absolutely the opposite that it was in 1861. Now, don't get me wrong, the demographics may be pretty damn close to being the same, but the rebels would be the socialists because they're the opposing party. Gives you cold chills, don't it? I wonder what these social justice warriors would say when you called them rebels and Confederates. Oh my God, that would trigger their ass, wouldn't it? Since they hate the Confederate flags damn bad and everything else, but that's what they would be. They would be the ones rebelling, trying to overthrow the Union. That's what they're doing right now. Have you not noticed? They're being the rebels. Not the rebels of yesteryear, but they're being the new age rebels. Well, if you more likely the Constitution side will be the president down, do we? More than likely. It just depends on what happens. We don't know. None of us knows what's going to happen. None of us does. It ain't something that I want. I don't want no civil war. There's nothing for me personally, or really any of you, to gain out of a civil war because you're not rebelling against the system that we have. It is the communists and socialists that are rebelling against the system that we have. Well, guys, I'm gonna hop off here. Y'all have a good night. God bless. Yeah, Facebook censored me. I only got 33 people watching on Facebook. I got 16 watching over here on, or 18 over here on YouTube. There, you know. Yeah, usually when I got 17 or 18 watching me on YouTube, I have over 100 watching me on Facebook. But thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, for limiting my voice. Appreciate it there, bud. You know, and all those advertisements you give me to boost my post, well, you can kiss my ass. I ain't giving you a nickel. You're just gonna cheat me out on that too. So y'all have a good night. God bless, and we will catch y'all later.